Out.
Says we're live.
We are live.
Let's see, guys.
Our other camera's not on up there. And you got that one covered up. That's why you can't see. Ta-da!
Okay, well, for some reason we're having two different things. We have no viewers.
Okay, now.
We may have two streams hooked up.
No. We don't have two streams hooked up.
Let's see where we're at.
Okay, just give us this name. We're trying a new system, y'all. We're trying.
I don't like this because it's not putting us where we need to be, and we're having to hunt things and
find things. We try to go a different route.
It's not showing us the chat.
Hold on. Give us time.
Okay,
it says we're offline.
Wrong stream. Let's go this way. And us.
If you are, get a good laugh out of it because we're enjoying it.
Back to OBS, because I'm telling you guys, this Google Hangouts is for the birds if we can't find where we're at.
Oh man, this is funny. Okay.
Okay, are y'all seeing us? Are we all in the same room? I gotta know.
Oh yeah, we're way behind on this.
You're not offline.
Oh.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us and can you see us? That's what we want to know.
Here, but no picture. Can you? Okay, now they see us. Okay. Okay, we tried Google Hangouts again, and we tried event so people knew before time that we were coming on. And y'all, it's a pain because it wasn't working.
Yeah.
So
yes,
we finally all in the same room, and we got
hear you. Okay.
Lots of people in, and I'm not going to try to call everybody's name tonight because
we're way behind.
We're way behind.
We're way behind now.
So
where I can read it if you can.
Let me get it where he can see a little better with them bad eyes.
I got bad eyes. Let's put this on pop-out chat. All right, drag it over and let me see what we got going on here. Okay.
All right, guys, we are.
Oh,
you want to see yourself? Okay.
Oh no, that doesn't bother me about that. Yes and yes. There you are. Okay.
All right. So.
All right, guys.
Made it to another Saturday night.
We have definitely made it to another Saturday. We are sitting here in the house. Probably should, we wonder about whether we should build a fire, whether we should not build a fire. We kind of sit back and wonder about that. But unless our house gets, when it's just me and Wanda, it used to be about 65 degrees. We don't really worry about building a fire.
But somebody likes to build fires even though it's 70-something degrees.
Yeah.
Just because he likes seeing a fire.
Okay, hold on. We got a question there. How can I send you a few pictures of the smokehouse I'm building? And I have a few questions. Send it through email.
Deep South Homestead at gmail.com.
Yeah.
All right. We've got a lot of people in. Does anyone have a recipe for syrup bread made with cornmeal? Look that one up. I've got that Appalachian Cookery. There's possibly, I'll write down. I'm not going to guarantee you, but they have some pretty good recipes in there that you don't think of.
Yeah, there's Mark. He showed up. Lori Family Homestead. Oh, so cold.
It's warm for December.
Yeah.
No, it's actually good because last year this time it was probably 80-something degrees.
Glenn says, "Are you sick with a cold?" No.
No. I'm drinking hot chocolate, but it may sound a little different.
South Georgia High Point says, "Can we chat about chickens for a second?" We can. Ruby Ranch Homestead says, enjoyed your video on evolution of the homestead. Well, we're going to probably talk about that a little bit tonight.
So we got somebody who wants to talk about chickens. So
let's talk about chickens.
What you got about chickens? We've got
Sarah and her mom made it. Yes. Okay.
How many breeds? Several.
3 breeds of chickens?
No. We've got the Bantams, the Buffs, the Red Sex Links, and we've got one, what's he? Barred Rock.
Barred Rock.
So we got 4 different breeds of chickens right now.
Yeah.
At one time we had several other different breeds, and we've kept weeding through them till we got to some that we like, but I'm fixing to change chickens again.
Yeah, we're gonna down all these chickens this year, and we're gonna start over with new chickens of a new breed. That's what we're about.
Checking all of them out.
Hydroponics. How do you feel about raw meat, i.e. deer bones, as a supplement?
Is he eating raw meat?
No, I think he's talking about to the chickens.
For the chickens, yes.
We give our chickens sometimes raw hamburger meat. And
so giving them the deer bones and letting them pick the meat off is good. Chickens like that kind of stuff.
Sarah from Future Dreams for Reality says, what is the breed you most recommend for the South with the heat we have?
The Buff Orpingtons.
Buff Orpingtons. The Red Sex Links do good too.
The Red Sex Links have done good.
The Red Sex Links are a hybrid though. You can't raise chicks from them and come back true. So the Buff Orpingtons have been the best for us.
Yeah, but I'm wanting to try the Billy Felders that Patty Alderman has. So I've been trying really, really hard. At some point, I'm going to get up with the Aldermans. Danny and I are making a trip.
Yeah.
He knows he's going to the Alderman sometime soon when she tells me she has some chickens.
Yeah.
My sweet potato slips in Central Illinois.
In Central Illinois, probably, I would say the 1st of March. I'd put my sweet potatoes in the ground the 1st of March.
Yeah.
Ruby Ranch says, since we are new at this, what kind of chickens should we get first for eggs?
The Buffs and the Red Sex Links have done good.
Yeah, both of them are good egg layers.
We had some Easter eggers, which are multi-breed chicken, I think, and they laid really well. And the Barred Rocks, when we had those, they laid well. The only deal with the Barred Rocks is they're a meaner chicken, just put it that way, as they can be, but we ended up with 1 or 2 roosters that were pretty bad.
Buff Orpingtons, writing that down. South says, Tammy I Am says Rhode Island Reds are good too, but the roosters are parts of, what does it say?
Satan.
Satan, yes.
I agree.
We agree.
We had a few Rhode Island Reds. Actually,
our first chickens was Rhode Island Reds.
No, they weren't. They were Bards.
They were Bards, that's right.
Danny ordered 50 mixed variety chickens, which meant we got some male, some female, and they were all Buffs. For a bonus, we got 25 Rhode Island Reds, and some of them were very mean. Just saying.
Let's see here. Danny, are you getting rid of your pigs? Probably eventually I will, yes. We'll talk about that too. What is your standard feed mixture? I give corn, and we have some store-bought feed that she uses on hers. And then I free range mine mostly.
When are we processing the sugarcane pigs? I want to process them within a month.
Yeah, she's wanting to do it pretty quick.
Because I want to know, does the sugarcane have an effect on the meat taste?
Do I still need to supplement my protein if I'm going to feed my chickens worms and mealworms? If I'm going to feed completely natural?
If they're free ranging,
they get what they need if they're free ranging. But if they're not free ranging, you may have to supplement a little bit. Are you going to can your chickens?
And some.
Or are you going to can the ones we're going to process?
Some of them, yes. Some of it, I like for him to take the breast off, and I like to freeze it. Then I like to boil the junk parts, and I put my juice, my word's gone. What? Not juice, what is it? Broth.
Broth.
Yeah. The broth and the meat that I pick off, I put in jars and can it. Jamaz. Jamaz White. I can't say that. Anyway, we sent her some sugar cane, or him. I'm not sure which. And they got it and have even tried it. They ate some of it. They said it was very sweet.
Good deal. I'm glad it held up good for y'all.
Roxanne says she got her sugar cane. Her husband is excited. She bought it for him and surprised him. Hey, that's a good gift. Marsha Farm says Elijah requested biscuits with the cane syrup almost every morning this last week. Well, I'm with Elijah. I've had biscuits and cane syrup every morning since we started our cane. Danny's been eating cane syrup, but I just like the fresh cane syrup. It's just really, really good.
How's your onions going? They're doing okay.
And the garlic, you said's up.
The garlic's starting to come up pretty good, so that's all going good. And we don't have any problems with that. Let's see. What are you calling the junk parts of the chicken? Okay. The junk parts of the chicken are the rib cage, the neck, the back.
When he takes the breast off, if the legs are real scrawny or something, I call that junk parts too, because if there's not much on the legs, I just assume boil it down and put it in my jars.
Yeah.
I'm big on just taking the breast and making stir fry and stuff with it, and the rest of it I just boil down. Sometimes we save the thighs.
I wonder if our camera lens is dirty.
I don't know.
See how fuzzy it looks.
Are we fuzzy to you guys?
Yeah, figure out if our lens on our cameras.
It's possible, but it's also possible that.
You got to go. Okay, did you get it clean?
I don't know if it's clean or not. Who knows?
In a minute, we're gonna have a blackout here in a minute, y'all.
All right, Grizzly, get them with the thumbs up.
Popped up about a week ago, and I'm so excited since it's my first time growing. It'll do pretty good, Sarah. I think it's
delayed reaction with YouTube is why you're seeing a fuzz. Okay. When do you plant cane in North Carolina?
It should be planted now. It should already be planted.
Put it in the ground and make sure there's dirt over it.
Yeah, cover it up about 6 inches deep.
So it doesn't freeze.
They said it's kind of fuzzy. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the picture here. It shows that it's fuzzy, and it's probably just OBS. We probably should have went.
No, it's Google Hangout.
We probably should have went with OBS.
Plus, I messed with remember the latency thingy or whatever it was? I went to a normal something instead, and I don't know that it would let me change it midstream.
Let's see here.
Well, I'm not sure I'll change. Just keep talking.
Okay, so I can't see the chat, so I don't have any idea to know since we have no chat. Can you take care of that? There's the chat back.
It's on this. Yes, you can raw pack chicken. But I like to go ahead and cook it and then put it in the jars, because that way I know I don't have a problem with any of it. For them up, just
That's why it was doing that. They said they recommend using a certain bit rate.
Oh, and I probably have it off.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting there reading it when you went to that. So.
And I don't know how to change it midstream, so we'll change it for next week, possibly. Yeah.
Oh, our chat disappeared.
I don't know where our chat is.
Oh no.
Maybe it's coming up. I don't know. We have no chat.
We have no chat no more. I can't see. Refresh, do something. I don't know. Heck.
Is that going to mess with? I don't know how to fix that now. All right, you just keep talking and let me find what we need, because we're live. They're going to see us regardless.
Yeah, I know. So just
All right, so we're talked about chickens. Is there anything else on chickens while he's figuring out what he's going to do?
I still can't see the.
I'm working on it. He just.
Okay, now.
All right. Now then.
Okay.
Are guineas good to eat?
Yes.
Grandma Rose is getting HughesNet. Okay, good.
Good deal. Riz says he likes to smoke his chicken before he cans it. And a lot of people do that.
Can we redo the live stream and resume in a couple of minutes?
We could. We'd have to go over to OBS.
Yeah, it'd take us about 5 minutes, I guess. And I may have to redo whatever that latency or whatever I did. I went to normal instead of low, and I should have left it low, I guess.
Yeah.
Clears right up looking through Clan McGregor Scotch. Well, that probably would make it even more fuzzy. We'll get this thing straightened out one day. We should have used OBS.
We should have went with OBS. We were just trying this to see if it would work tonight, and it looks like it's not going to be the way.
And so Google Hangouts probably won't be something we use very often. We'll use OBS next time. Just used her air fryer for the first time. I've heard a lot of people say that. Yeah, they love the air fryer.
Yeah. We don't have one, but I mean, a lot of people talk about how good they are.
Yeah, I think Sherry from Two Family has one. I think she really likes hers. So we've talked about chickens.
Now.
And what else?
Homesteading.
Homesteading. What part of homesteading do you want to talk? This was his deal, talking about homesteading now.
You know, it's actually I wanted to kind of carry on about the evolution of the homestead, because so many people get so discouraged about homesteading that it brings a lot of anxiety on them, because they feel like they're just not succeeding in, at what they're doing. There's nothing further from the truth. Every homestead is going to be different. You cannot judge your homestead by someone else's homestead. It's one of those things that you're going to see some changes at Deep South. Let me tell you that. We're going to be making some massive changes here at Deep South Homestead in the very near future, because our homestead's evolving. We're at a point where our age and finances and things like that, we're going to have to make some changes, as I guess is what I got, as the only way I can say it. You're going to see us getting rid of some animals, changing over to other things, and we're going to be showing you that process. We're going to show you why we're doing anything. We're going to be showing you and telling you why we're doing what we're doing. I'm not going to do a spoiler alert right now, but just look in the near future to some serious changes coming to Deep South Homestead. It may shock you as to some of the directions that we're going to be going. It may not shock you, but it's just it's one of those things that Wanda and I have been talking about now for quite some time, and we feel like that that it's time for us to go in that direction.
Yeah, mainly because of our age. We got to make
most of it has to do with our age.
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with age and getting really tired really fast. So,
Nancy says her 4- and 5-year-old class grew purple carrots and Amish deer tongue lettuce this year. The deer tongue lettuce is actually good. I've grown that.
So, when you're dealing with the homestead, lots of things come into play. And this is where we were talking about in the last few days is age, number one. Yeah. If you're young, y'all have a lot going for you, but you have a job and family, kids usually. It's really difficult for you when you're at the young age, because when we had children, we're trying to garden and things like that. It wasn't called homesteading back then. It was just, that's what we did.
Yeah, it was just life.
So I homeschooled, so I know what it's like to homeschool and try to garden. And we also, not Danny and I, but my ex-husband and I, we had a deer processing plant during the winter. Not only was I trying to homeschool and do things in the house, I had to be in the deer processing to wrap meat and things like that. Issues you have to do if you work, have kids that you homeschool and all. The gardening, all that gets, you feel like overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's like the gardening falls by the wayside now. Backyard Eden's asking us a question before it gets out of here. What breed of rabbits do you recommend for meat? We raise the New Zealand whites. It depends on what part of the country you live in. What is that? Brenda then raises what up in?
I don't know. Brenda's in here. She may have to tell them.
Yeah.
Brenda Duncan raises a different rabbit, and it is a big rabbit.
If you had a big family to feed, that would probably be the rabbit to go. But now we raise the New Zealand whites down here because it's extremely hot, and they seem to tolerate the heat pretty good.
But talking about having kids, as a young person, you have kids, and you have your homestead takes one direction.
Yes.
When you get your kids out of the house, it starts taking a different direction. And that's where Danny and I have been since we married 4 years ago, is taking this homestead in one direction. But as we realize his disabilities and my limitations I just give out before he does. Just going to be honest. We're trying to gear everything in a different direction, especially our gardening. And y'all seen we've moved a lot of things in. We've had our container gardens. What else? We added new little gardens,
new raised beds. We're bringing, as we get older, we're bringing in everything closer to the house, more into a permacultural type situation. You know, and that's where we're, now the Flemish rabbits, Brenda says, is the rabbits that she raises. Those get up to be like 20-something pounds. I mean, they're big rabbits.
Alan Dennison is asking, is there money in selling pecans?
Yes, if you've got good pecans, there's money in selling pecans.
Yeah.
I raised, what do you say? What is this? Basil says, I raised New Zealand
when I lived in
Yuma.
Okay.
Okay. Brenda says we raise Flemish rabbits again.
Do we sell seeds?
Yes.
We sell some seeds, and we're working towards selling a variety of seeds. Right now on our Etsy store, we have the Danny corn.
We have the Danny corn.
We have the blue tomatoes, the yellow tomatoes,
red
Marconi peppers, and Amish paste
tomatoes. And we're fixing to be adding some Cherokee tan pumpkins as soon as they get through curing. You know, and that's not going to be very far off.
The Cherokee tan pumpkin seeds, we've only done 2 of them. A lot of seed in there, and we're not going to be selling like 50 seeds or something. The packs will probably have maybe 5 or 6.
I'm not sure how many seeds is going to go in each pack yet.
It can't be a lot.
Because we don't have a lot of them. You know, because this is a rare pumpkin. And we're not going to just pile the seeds out there.
So we're thinking maybe 5 in each pack or something, so that everybody might get a start that wants some. As we open the other pumpkins, cut them, there'll be more along. But the first 2, there's probably 100?
We might have 100 seeds.
It's probably close to 100 seeds out of 2 pumpkins.
Oh, I'm missing. All these are getting past me. South Georgia Hydroponics, I got some seeds I need to send you. Just let me know what kind they are. You can go to our thing and PM us. Future Dreams to Reality says, I want some of those seeds. I call dibs on some. You just check on our Etsy store, Sarah. I mean, when they come up, Rusty says, how long will they be? By Tuesday, because Rusty's supposed to visit with us Tuesday.
Quite possibly, Rusty. You might get some of the first ones.
Let's see here. Kelly says, I did raise Flemish Giants and lop-eared bunny. I want Cherokee pumpkin seeds. Hang in there, Kelly. All I can tell y'all is keep an eye on our Etsy store. We actually have a spoon and a cut board up on our Etsy, don't we?
Yeah.
We
had several people asking about spoons, and I can't keep up with all the people that want spoons and cutting boards and bowls and stuff. Right now, Danny's at a standstill with the
I had to order a new bandsaw, so that's why my bandsaw went out on me. So I'm having to order a new one, so it's kind of got me slowed down a little bit. So
now we have no lumber for the bowls, so I think you made what, 13 bowls?
Yeah.
And for now, that's going to be it until we end up with lumber. We had a lot of people wanting bowls, and I'm sorry about that, but
well, we tried to call a lot of people, and I mean, check with people, but nobody wanted them after we made them, and then we run out of material. So
we had a lot of people that wanted them, and I didn't get to those, and I'm sorry, but we're out of stuff for now with the bowls.
Now,
so that's something that won't be happening. But spoons and cutting boards, he can make a few more of those.
Julie says, sticking my tongue out at you, Rusty. Because Rusty gets to come visit. He doesn't live that far away.
Yeah, he can be here. And
Christy Bette says, did the Cherokee pumpkins take a lot of room to grow? Yes.
Yeah, they'll cover a pretty good area.
One pumpkin can cover up to a 30-foot long area.
I think it was about 30 feet.
Yeah, it grew about 30 feet long. So yeah.
Mark wants some. Well, Mark, when you get here, you just welcome to it.
Yeah, so Mark's gonna be visiting with us here in the next week or so. Let's see.
Heidi's talking about the t-shirts. Yeah, we're right now with the t-shirts. The company that we have in the description below, if you want the original t-shirts that have a Deep South Homestead on the front and a saying on the back, go ahead and order those, because that down within a couple of weeks. We are dealing with new t-shirt company, and they're going to be putting up, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get this new t-shirt company up and running, but we like them a lot better. We're going to have better service with them, and you guys are probably going to love the t-shirts. Patch Heaven contacted me and gave me this company's name, and really good company, and we're going to do a Deep South and a Crazy Days t-shirt.
Okay, Preston, the size pots in our greenhouse are 46-gallon pots. There should be a link down below to our Etsy store. It's deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com.
Yeah, we don't have any moderators tonight for some reason. I'm not sure. Yeah. I do know Sheila's mom is sick. She's not on.
Yes, Rusty. Sure. Yes, you can break ground with a front tine tiller if you want to stay there with it, you can do it. Marshall Farm says, I can get you boards. I need boards that are about inches thick.
Yeah, and does it need to be poplar, or can it be?
I like poplar, because anything else, it could be maple or poplar. Oak is too hard, and it can't be pine. So at least I prefer 3 inches thick, but that way I don't have to glue a bunch of stuff together.
Rusty says the back tine's better.
Yes, back tines are a whole lot better.
Dennis is saying, where do you live? Is he asking us? We're in Mississippi.
We're in South Mississippi, about 30 miles north of the Gulf Coast.
Okay, Mark's here. Okay, so we do have one of our moderators. We've not had any trouble, but
yeah.
No Etsy store in the description. Okay. Let me do this, Lori family, if I can do it.
You should be able to.
All right, Lori family, I think I just made you a moderator. Can you pick up the description?
We're going to go ahead and type in our Etsy store. That way, to
get to it through that.
Yeah.
Probably going through Google Hangouts. There's nothing in Google Hangouts. You could go to our regular descriptions in our videos. It will have it.
Chris says, Lori, I don't do any kind of Etsy thing. Okay, Chris, and what you'll probably need to do is to PM us a message through a private message, and we or either do email, one or the other. There you go.
Go to that. All right. Marshall Farms said they'd moderate if they. Okay. The deal is you may have to go back to our other video description using Google Hangouts. It doesn't pick up the same thing that our regular videos do.
Right.
And if we had went through OBS, all the information would have been
there. Yeah.
But as a moderator, you can go back and pick up things like our Etsy store. And you can pick up like our email in the description. Like if you would want any of the t-shirts I was talking about, there's a link there for the t-shirts. And like I say, that link is going away in a couple of weeks and the new t-shirts will be coming in.
Yeah,
we won't handle the t-shirts.
Right.
The company does everything for us. And
we don't make much off of them, but I mean, it's just something to.
Yeah, we'll make more than we were making on the other shirt.
Yeah, but the other guy, we have no clue about anything. Really.
Yeah, this one will have a link where we can watch and we can see that people are buying and things like that. So I think y'all will like the new shirts really well, and we should have them up in a couple of 3 weeks.
Logan's Homestead says, "Do you still have the sheep?" Yep, for right now. I don't know how much longer because something's fixing to happen to him.
Yeah. Do we sell eggs from do you sell eggs from Deep South Homestead? We did. For a while, we were getting so many eggs when we had a bunch of chickens, probably, 8 or 10 dozen a week. We've kept cutting the chickens back between butchering and selling till we got them down to a manageable for what Danny and I need. And right now, we don't sell any eggs. We use them for our personal use, and we use a lot of eggs. Most people don't use near the eggs that we do.
Brenda Marine says, "How large are the bowls, or can you make a long dough bowl? I make 4 loaves at a time." I have made dough bowls up to 4 long and 11 inches wide, I think it was. Yeah. And 6 inches deep. Now, I don't know how many. You can make a lot of loaves of bread out of that one now.
Yeah.
I have made them. Janet says, "Is the sheep going to the freezer?" We're not sure yet because it's a big male and it has not been castrated, and it's a year old now.
Yeah, we're
just not sure if you can
what the meat would taste like.
We don't want to butcher the animal and then not be able to eat the meat, so we're not sure. We'd really like to sell him real cheap to some farm who could use him because he's such a good.
All right. Do you need more animals or need to get rid of animals? Can you talk about that?
We are probably going to be thinning the animals down on our homestead here, especially any bigger animals, because we had really thought we might want to get some cows. We really thought we wanted to do the pigs and stuff like that. And it's just getting to the point where I can't get out and handle them like I used to. And it's almost too much. We're looking to go with smaller animals.
Yeah. And the deal with the homestead, Danny and I, over the last few months, 4 years, we've had we started out 12 chickens. Then all of a sudden we ended up with 100 and something chickens at one time.
Yeah.
That was too much. And if we had kept on with that many chickens here, we would have been just overwhelmed. We kept them for a period of long enough to raise them, 7 to 8 months.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then we started selling and butchering. And now we're down to a manageable amount of chickens, but I'm still wanting to get rid of what we have and change breeds. So it's all in keeping a balance with what you use. And I see Ruby Ranch says they use 6 to 10 eggs a day.
Yeah.
Danny and I alone use 5 in the morning? For breakfast.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're about 5 to 6. Depends on.
Yeah, in the mornings. And then if I've got to have 1, 2, 3 eggs in whatever you cook. So I would say we're probably 6 to 8 eggs a day, 10, if I'm cooking a lot. And so with chickens, I'm thinking 12 is a good amount for us.
Yeah.
And then with the rabbits, we keep 2 females and 1 male. And when they get 12 to 14 weeks old, the babies, when they have babies 12 to 14 weeks old, we butcher and get them out of the way. And then we rebreed again and start over. So you don't get overwhelmed. Now, We messed up this last time and left 4.
Yeah.
And let them get too big and start wanting to breed again. So we can't do that again. And so with rabbits, you have to be constantly on it. You got to keep up with your days. You've got to butcher when you need to butcher.
Yeah, Marshall Farm says, please don't kill Frankie. I will take him.
You need Frankie?
Frankie is a little bit rambunctious around someone.
Aggressive.
He's he's getting where he's extremely aggressive because it's breeding time of the year. So
we don't want him.
I don't want him hurting somebody like a child or something. You know?
Now he cornered me about a month and a half ago. I went into the corral and wasn't even thinking because he's never done it before. And when I turned around, he was coming at me, and he would have, if I hadn't have just stood real still, and then Danny hollered at him right quick and delayed him. He went a different way. But he's actually hit Danny several times.
He's hit me several times and almost hurt me. So I've got to do something with him.
You can't turn your back on him anymore.
No.
He needs a lady, yeah, but he needs a lady big time.
He needs something. I don't know what he needs. Venison canning and freezer meat. Kelly's talking about. I guess that's what she's doing. Yeah,
and Backwoods raised, his syrup is on the way. I think we mailed that out yesterday.
Yes.
Do we eat the rabbits? Yes, we do.
Yes.
That's our biggest meat that we harvest here. And we have deer meat that actually I found. I have to say that's my deer. And the chicken and what else? Right now, that's all that we are raising.
We have turkeys, but I mean, they're not producing yet. They're not multiplying. Let's put it that way.
Kelly said her son was attacked by a black bear. Oh my goodness. Is he doing okay?
Almost got attacked. Didn't say it was.
Oh,
it was
almost got attacked. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Janet's right. Rams can be dangerous and strong. This ram's about 200 to 250 pounds. So he's a big one.
All right. Now, Warrior Princess wanting to know, is rabbit good? I cook mine in a crock pot most of the time, and so it's falling apart tender. And if you didn't know the difference, you would probably think it was chicken. And I know that's kind of a weird thing. Everybody laughs when you say it tastes like chicken. But literally,
it does, like chicken breast.
Yeah, like a chicken breast. And I'm a big chicken breast person. I like the white meat. Really, really something that I like compared to others.
Future dreams to reality. Sarah says, why did you have sheep in the first place? For meat, yes. We had a male and a female. We was going to raise us some lambs to eat, but the female got pregnant, had a miscarriage, got sick, and passed away. And now we just have the male by himself. Logan's Homestead says, what breed of turkeys have? We have the Slate and the Royal Palm. We have 2 different types of turkeys that we're going to be breeding. Colin says, what animals would be good for a single female on a small homestead? Would probably be rabbits and chickens. What do you think?
By myself, I would do the rabbits and the chickens. Maybe some small goats. If you want goat milk, I would check into a couple of those if you have the room. That's something that Danny and I do not have as goats, but possibly within a month we may. We're checking into that. Danny's had goats before.
Yeah, I've had goats before, yeah.
But we haven't had goats.
Now, goats are pretty easy to raise. So they're pretty tame. You just have to have good fencing.
Okay, now Christine's going to have me wanting to try fried rabbit with gravy, potatoes, and spoon bread. Oh, my goodness.
Let's see. Active Agent says, what size should I buy for a pressure canner? I'm a newbie. Just get the 9-quart. The
Presto canner.
Presto canners, just a plain Presto. Don't go buy the big old American canner that you got to have the whole, I forget, 19 quarts or something like that.
It's fine. It holds 7 quarts or 9 pints. It's easy to handle. Not a problem. I mean, I do 7 quarts at a time. I may have to can 2 or 3 times that day. To me, I mean, I'm sure the other one's safe. They're
all safe. It's just
we've got a glass top.
Yeah, the other one's so heavy.
and it wouldn't work on our glass top.
Charlotte says, do y'all have ducks? Nope, we don't have ducks. I thought about getting some khaki ducks, but we haven't.
Yeah, he was wanting the khaki Campbells, but we hadn't.
Mark says, is the rabbits gamey?
No. Not these fresh ones. Or fresh ones. What am I thinking? Tame ones.
Tame ones, yeah.
My words are all messed up.
Marshall Farm says, can we come back and visit the week of Christmas?
Yes.
Yes.
Rabbits are not gamey.
If you get the blood out. Yeah, you have to bleed them good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to, some things we have to go back and show y'all. And I get, that's because they use the word white meat, I guess, and breast.
Yeah, Brenda, you mentioned white meat and breast in the same sentence, and you two made me have to okay it.
Yeah.
All American canners hold 7 quarts and 10 pints. Okay, that must be the smaller one.
That's the small one then. Yeah, because the big one.
They must have 2 different sizes.
Yeah, the big one holds a lot.
Our purposes, the 7 quart works fine. Any canner that's 7 quarts, unless you're doing an awful lot of canning and you need the big one that holds a lot.
Rusty said we need to make a sheep mingle dating page for Frankie. Yeah, Frankie needs something. I don't know what. He's gonna go to freezer camp if he ain't careful.
Start with the egg, and if you can walk around with it for 2 weeks, you're okay. I'm not sure what that means.
Let's see here. Do you raise your own bees? No, we don't have our own bees anymore. That's all gone.
Bringing bees through the winter from from California. They go to California in the summer, and they would come here in the winter.
Sue Bee Honey was the one bringing them.
Yeah, and we haven't had them for about a year now, and where Danny's putting the cabin is right beside where the bees should be. So I don't think we'll have bees anymore.
Julie says, what breed of goats are you thinking about getting? Julie, if we get any more goats, it's just going to be regular brush goats, because we're going to just be looking for something to clean up land so we can butcher them and eat them. We're not really going with any kind of breed or anything like that.
If you had to choose only one, would you choose canning or dehydrating? Canning.
Canning.
I like canning because all I do is open a jar, you're ready to eat. If something happens like the SHTF type situation, yes, dehydrated food is good, but my canned food, I don't have to have water. I can open it, eat it, we're ready to go. If you have dehydrated, you have got to have some water somewhere before you can eat that dehydrated food.
Let's see here.
What's the difference between khaki goats and Boer goats?
There are no such thing as khaki goats.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm reading. Great info, Kenner. So he's a beginner.
Boer goats are meat goats.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a khaki goat. And I'm not saying they don't exist, but I've never heard of them.
All right. So dirt patch is my inspiration. She's talking about goats on dirt patches.
Yeah.
And I have an announcement. Can I make my announcement now?
Go ahead and make your announcement. Yes. We've been waiting to do it anyway, so you might as well do it.
Yes. Our spring gathering is going to be March 11th. And I've set up a Facebook group. It's called Deep South Homestead Spring Gathering. And you can go over and click on it. If you can find Deep South Homestead, there's a link there in one of our posts there, and it'll take you to the page, or either you can go, I think you can find it if you not, but go to Deep South. And today, Dirt Patch and I talked a few days ago, and she's planning on coming to the spring gathering. And she confirmed it a little while ago. Yes, she's coming. So for anybody that would like to meet Dirt Patch Heaven, you guys, she'll be here in March.
March 11th.
We're excited because we've got several different channels coming, or we think they're coming, but Dirt Patch has definitely told us she's coming.
Robin Simple Life says, any advice for a new container garden grower, homesteader? If you're going to do container gardens, make sure you've got some good irrigation, because container gardens dry out really, really fast. and they have to have lots of water on a regular basis. So, so make sure you get plenty of irrigation. And we have videos on the irrigation of our container gardens. So if you go back and look through our videos, you should be able to find a video out with the irrigation and how we've done it. It works very well. We can water all of our pots in as little as 5 minutes. So, I mean, it's very easy to do. Mark says the day after his birthday.
Okay, why can't Aggie farmers raise chickens? They plant the eggs too deep. Do you buy your large 50-gallon pots, or do you get them from someone? Danny has a friend that is a landscaper, and when he plants trees, he throws those pots away. Yeah. So he saves them up for us, and we go pick them up once every now and then when he lets us know he has a supply of them. Christine says she's planning on coming, but she needs a parking for a semi.
There's plenty of room for that.
We're going to be at the fairgrounds in Stone County Fairgrounds, and yes, there would be parking for a semi there now.
Yes.
So you wouldn't have a problem getting in and out that day. Self-watering containers. Yes, we do have our.
We have a video up, don't we? Don't we? We have a video about me doing the watering system on them.
The ones in the corral, I think.
Yeah, well, it's going to be the same for all of them. Yeah.
I do believe we do have one, and we probably will do another one showing how it works. Okay. The link is not working.
I don't know what link they're talking about.
That's the T-shirt link.
Oh, probably the T-shirt link.
Okay, so I may have to go check that and see if it's missing a part. Sometimes these links just will not click. I will fix it, Jackie, after the show. I will try to get it in the description the right way.
Sarah, the best thing to do is just call around to some landscaping companies and ask them, do they have any of the old 40-something gallon pots? I mean, some of ours are even 15-gallon pots. It just depends on which size you want.
Okay, they're saying something about taking the suckers off the tomato plants. Yes, we do take the little suckers.
Now wait, now there's something about that. Now you only take the suckers off of the indeterminate. I don't want to say it right. I want to say it right, not wrong. The indeterminate tomatoes, we take our suckers off of. Tomatoes, we do not take all of our suckers off because they're a bush tomato, and they actually grow tomatoes all at once, and they ripen all at once. So you don't want to take all your suckers off, but your indeterminate, yes, you do need to take the suckers off of them.
Yeah, and we have some beautiful tomatoes growing in the greenhouse. They are so green.
Pretty. We'll do an update on that here.
Yeah, hopefully this week we'll do an update on the greenhouse. And this is probably the greenest tomatoes I've seen in our greenhouse. Some of them get weird looking sometimes, like they don't have enough nutrition. Yeah. But these look great. Amish paste, indeterminate or determinate?
They're indeterminate. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What is it? I saw something. Let's see. Let me go back through the comments. Which foods are the best for containers if that's the only source? Tomatoes and peppers do really good in containers.
Now we had a lot of good. We
have green beans.
Green beans and with the butter peas.
Butter peas.
Both of those did excellent in containers. So I think if you wanted to plant some type of butter bean or the butter pea, they would do okay. But the green beans did really good. We were really not thinking we'd have any green beans hardly, and they did great.
Oh, let's see. Okay.
Got a lot of bathtubs given to her. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea. Those things work great. Just make sure that you leave the hole in the bottom open where water can get out of it. But
yeah. Lori family uses Mr. Stacky containers. We're going to be trying the, what is it? Rattlesnake beans this year.
Yeah.
Instead of regular bush beans, we're putting our cattle panels up probably this next week.
Yeah.
And when it gets time, we're going to plant the rattlesnake beans, and we're going to plant, what, a couple of rows of them this time?
We'll probably, well, one row. I know we'll do one long row.
One long row, yeah.
Mar Barnes said, with the crazy 60-degree weather in December, I sure wished I had done a winter garden. Well, we have a winter garden, not as much as we'd like. We just had so much going on. We haven't had a chance to do a lot. We do need to try to get back up. We got a lot of garden work we got to get done.
All right. Kelly said she's wanting to come down in January. You will have to message me because we have some people coming in January. I just got to confirm dates.
Yeah.
All right. How do you keep canned tomatoes from separating in the jar? You don't. You don't.
It's going to happen. Just make sure you put more tomatoes than you do juice. That's why we grow the Amish paste tomatoes, because Amish paste is more meaty than they are juicy.
And so tastes better.
Yeah, so you have more pulp in the jar than you do juice. Now we're trying 4 or 5 new varieties in the greenhouse. We'll have that up on a video coming here pretty soon. So we're not sure how they're going to work out yet. Just an experiment in the greenhouse.
Potatoes and sweet potatoes, they're saying, do really good in containers.
Robin Simple Life says it's going to be 70 degrees all week in South Carolina. Well, I tell you what, this weekend, we're looking at 6 days of below freezing weather here. So in the next few days, so we're trying to get geared up for that right now.
Grandma Rose says, thanks for the name of the onion company, Dixondale.
Yeah.
Her order's been shipped. Well, we've got ours in the ground, and since we did the video, we've had quite a few people really say they really like Dixondale. Yeah. They get great service from them.
Okay, Grizz says if you're going to do rubber tires, you need to cut the sidewalls off for making your containers out of, which I agree with completely. Marbarn says tomatoes separating depends on if you pack them hot or cold. I can't remember which gives you. He's right about that. Yeah, they're right.
Janet wants to know, have we thought about a canning or preserving workshop for a small group during the harvest season? Or I would sign up for something like that. Janet, anytime you'd like to come down for something like that, just let me know, because I know she's in Canada, I believe. We thought about that because there's so many people would love to do a canning workshop. And, you know, if I had enough people interested in something like that, I guess we could do that during the season, because I can can. I mean, tomorrow, if somebody wanted to come, I can be canning something. We still have sweet potatoes that could be canned. We have, I can make jams and jellies out of the things that are in the freezer. So I could do a canning thing anytime, just about any time of the year.
Okay, Amy Creed said, anything you wish you'd have done differently on homesteading? Amy, that's one of those things that, yes, there's always going to be something you wish you'd have done different in homesteading. We're constantly changing here because we see things we wish we'd done differently. The older you get, you begin to realize that there's a lot of things that you really should have done differently. We should have done better infrastructure. We should have done better fencing. We should have had more land. I sold a lot of my land I should have kept. You know, there's always going to be things you wish you'd have done differently. I wish I'd have designed my shop a little different. I wished I'd have bought flatter land.
He wished he'd done a different house.
I wished I'd have built a different home. You know, there's lots of things I wished I'd have done different, but you know, it is what it is now.
You based on what you to that point, and you don't see into the future. And you know, one thing. He's got a nice size barn. He started out framing up one twice that size.
The size of that one.
And then he cut it back down and decided to do a smaller one.
Yeah.
And it would have been awesome if he'd have left it twice the size, because he has so much stuff in there now. And, you know, it's just, believe me, it's a lot.
Robin, yes, our home is beautiful, but it's not economical. If you've got a lot of money, which I used to have a good bit of an income, then it's no problem, because you can run, you know, the central heating unit and stuff like that to keep the house warm. But now that Wanda and I don't have much of an income, it costs too much money to run an electric bill to heat this big house. And I should have downsized to a house around 1,100 square feet or so, or maybe even 1,000 square feet, rather than this huge home that I have here.
The revolting man wants to know, what is the difference between homesteading and just plain gardening?
Plain old gardening.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot, to be honest with you. The term homesteading is something that's come on the scene here in the last few years. I'm gonna say the last 3 years, maybe.
Kind of like a trend.
Well, people had to have something on YouTube to call themselves to stand out. If you just come on YouTube and said, "Hey, I'm a gardener," you'd have got some views, but there's so many people out there that are wanting to go back to living off the land on food until the term homesteading, because that's what our forefathers done. They homesteaded a piece of property, and people are wanting to go back to that, even though that was done away with in 1970 something. Homesteading laws were abolished. I think
and
Alaska,
nobody really done that anyway.
Yeah, Alaska was granted to 1986 or something like that, I think. But America, the states here went out in the 70s. That's where it all came from.
But the actual homesteading now.
Good night, Sinclair.
The actual homesteading now is basically learning the old way skills, gardening, trying to get back to canning and all that kind of stuff, learning to be more self-sufficient, not having to depend on for everything you do. And that's basically the way Danny and I live. You know, we didn't even know about homestead until 2 years ago. We just lived this way.
Yeah.
And so it's gardening, homesteading, it doesn't matter.
Asking, what is the difference between determinate and indeterminate? A determinate tomato, that is specifically just a bush, it only gets about maybe 3 feet high. All the tomatoes come on it at once. They all get ready about the same time. Determinate tomato is, or an indeterminate, should I say?
Indeterminate.
Yeah, I got to say
growing and growing and growing.
It's like a vine. It just keeps growing up, putting on new limbs and new shoots, and keeps putting on tomatoes all summer long, where a determinate will not do that.
Yeah. We had the yellow pear tomatoes that we have on our Etsy store. They're an indeterminate.
Yes.
They grew from the pot, went all up into our, what is that? Crepe myrtle?
Crepe myrtle trees.
I had them actually tied to the crepe myrtle. They were growing all up in the crepe myrtle tree. And I'm telling you, the yellow pear tomatoes put on more tomatoes than any one little vine I've ever seen in my life. If you want something that produces abundantly, the yellow pear is it.
Yeah, Lori family says they bake their broccoli leaves like kale chips, and it'll work. And they're actually good. Let's see here. Maria says canning soup is really easy. Just make your soup and how you like it. Put it in hot jars, 75 minutes for pints, 90 minutes for quarts in a canner. You're good to go. Sarah said yellow pear tomatoes are her mom's favorite. Well, they're like candy. You can just pop them in your mouth. And I'll say this, I made ketchup with yellow pear tomatoes.
Yes, we made ketchup, and it was good.
And it turned out actually better than red tomatoes. Now, it had a brown look to it. But
it was yellow to start with.
It was yellow to start with, but it turned brown when we after just a period of time. Well, when we put a little bit of sugar in it, it turned brown.
Yeah, the sugar changed it.
But the consistency of the tomato was more creamy than a red tomato was.
Yeah, for ketchup, and it was actually very, very good. So don't get hung up on just red ketchup. You can use your yellow tomatoes or whatever to make it.
Ask a question. I saw this question while ago. Let it slip my mind. Have we done any oven canning? And have you canned what have you canned?
Flour.
We mainly do flour when it comes to oven canning. We go ahead and put the jars of flour in the oven, and we just leave the lid off. Do not put the lid on it. We heat the jars to what, 250 degrees?
I don't remember. You heat
for
the
so
jars,
many hours.
then you have to get the jars hot first, and then you put them back in the oven for, I don't know if it was an hour or something. It was a while. You had to leave it in there, and then take it out and put your
wipe the rim off. Wipe the rim off and put your lid on it and set them to the side, and they will. But
mainly we did flour.
Yeah, mainly
Anything
flour.
else we like
vacuum
and rice and oatmeal and what else?
Grits, cornmeal, stuff
all
like that.
All that stuff we vacuum sealed.
Yeah. Snakes on your property? Alan asked. Occasionally, we will find a snake on our property.
Mainly in my chicken business.
Mainly, they just keep going to our chicken house, and it's mainly just rat snakes. They eat our eggs, or they'll eat our baby chicks, and we have to, have to eradicate them whenever they do that. But
yeah.
And Grizz is right. Snakes usually fear me because the ones that do not live.
You ought to see
Or with
Wanda.
Wanda's a snake woman now.
I've killed 2 snakes myself, and I got in trouble with everybody because I killed rat snakes, but they are chicken snakes, whatever you want to call them. They were in my building. They were eating my baby chicks, and so I can't handle that. You know, this got to go. How long will canned flour last? Probably
forever.
Several years.
I
think it says 10 years.
Up to 10 years, I believe it is. Yeah.
I still have some of mine. I've not used all of it that I canned over a year ago. And so I took some out here, was it when the Lori family was coming, I believe, and made something with it. I can't remember. I used some flour, or no, it was before then. I made something with canned flour, and it works just fine. I have no problems.
What is your favorite way to eat rabbit? What is our favorite way? Crock pot?
I would rather have it in the crock pot.
Yeah. I mean, we put potatoes and carrots and all that kind of stuff in the crock pot with it and just eat it.
But I actually made that stir fry with it, and it was really good.
Yep.
Crock pot first. Then some of the meat that was left, I took it off the bone and made stir fry.
Yeah.
And then after that, I took bony parts and made a broth and made soup. And so we got like 4 or 5 meals out of.
Yeah, it was really.
I have a series on that. It's in my cooking series.
Is that Great Depression?
Great Depression Cooking.
Yeah.
I've got to go move all of them to a new file called Great Depression Cooking, but they're in my what is it like to eat it?
Night South Georgia Hydroponics. Thank you for coming on.
People fry the legs and eat them like drumsticks.
Yes, you could do that.
Yeah.
You could bread them up and fry them. Lori family says they like theirs with biscuits.
Yeah, I've got to see if there's anything else I need to mention. We had Albany Homestead visit this week.
Yes.
Amanda and her husband came and stayed the day with us, and we just had a really good visit with them. She actually brought me this cup.
Yes.
And she brought me some coffee and chocolate and these little peppermint thingies that are awesome, awesome, awesome. And she made hominy with your corn, and I saw that. Good. I saw that on Facebook.
She was using your recipe.
Danny corn.
I know.
Too.
Tara says, "Oh my God, it sounds so good right now. Rabbit legs. Look, You get a young rabbit now, one that's really young, less than 12 weeks old. Man, they make some nice fried rabbit now.
Do you have any more questions on anything? Because we have went over our time basically, but
we have, but that's okay. We're not really on a time schedule. Sarah says
good eating, but they give Grizz. Give me a laugh.
Sarah says she's never had rabbit, but itching to try it. So
you just have to visit Deep South.
Visit Deep South and let us know when you come and we can have some rabbit. Okay, guys, we done burn up an hour's worth of data here. So
what kind of strawberries do you grow in everbearing or short day? Everbearing.
Everbearing.
And it's time for us to redo strawberry beds, and that's one thing that we're losing this year because we hadn't got out and got to it.
We haven't got to it yet. Let's see.
Just for hours. Well, if I just toted a video camera around all day, you know. They love porch times. Charlotte says she loved my weed video. I've got to get back over there and see what everybody's commenting. We've been so busy, I hadn't even got time to check the comments exactly and all on my weed video. And I saw several people were actually giving me all these names, and I'm like, yes, there's more people know, or either they got really good internet skills. One.
Texas Plow Girl says, what is the quietest chickens? Probably the Buff Orpingtons are the quietest chickens. Now, there are no quiet roosters.
Yeah.
All roosters crow, so there are no quiet roosters, but the Buff would be the quieter ones for us. I mean, they don't make a lot of noise.
Dead ones is the quietest.
Yeah, I know, and somebody asked us, how do we kill our rabbits? I saw that somewhere when I was looking through there. Oh yeah. How do you kill your rabbits? We take and hold them. There's a certain place you can grab a rabbit right in front of his back legs, and when you hold him, it literally paralyzes him. And you can take him, I just tap him behind the head with a stick. That doesn't kill him, that just stuns him. Because what you want to do is bleed your rabbit out. So we hang him up by his back legs, and then I just bleed him out through the throat. Bleed, and then I go ahead and finish the process. But that's how we do it. Just chop their heads off or anything like that. And a lot of people put them in a thing and just stretch them and break their neck. But what I like to do,
I just can't.
I just don't like doing that because to me it seems a little inhumane. Because rabbits are so easy to addle, you can just tap them behind the ears with a stick and they just stop moving, you know. And you got about 15 seconds to hook their feet and to bleed them out, and that way,
We've actually got the videos that I could make and put up with that, but you get so much flack.
You get so much hate from everybody because of the cute little bunnies, and then YouTube's going to demonetize it, and they're going to take it away from us.
Yeah, how to put that out yet? We could
do a pay video.
Put it. I don't know. I'm thinking at some point to do a thumb drive with certain videos on it, like
butchering videos.
Yeah, just the butchering videos on a thumb drive and sell them on the Etsy store. Even some of the porch times, putting them on a thumb drive and selling them on Etsy. I know you can go back on YouTube and watch them, but some people like to just have a copy. And so it's a work in progress, figuring out what we can and can't put on there.
We may do a video on butchering and put it up on thumb drive. We may, because we have one about deer, chickens. We may do one with rabbits. You know, we may just do a whole series.
And pigs.
And pigs. We may do the whole series.
The whole series and maybe put up a thumb drive and sell it, because that way only the people that really want the video would see it. You know, it wouldn't be like you click on and, oh, this is not something I want to see.
Jeremy says, could it be uploaded on Facebook? I'm not sure about that.
I don't know what Facebook allows there. And, you know, I haven't.
Janet says, could do DVDs.
Yeah, probably.
Kara says, yes, I would buy it. And see, that's what we're thinking about. We're actually thinking about doing this. We're not
you have a
100%
pretty
sure.
15-year-old daughter you don't want. We don't have any kids. Now, I have 5 kids and he has 2. Daughters are grown and my 2 daughters are grown, and then I have 3 grown sons. So no, we don't have any 15-year-olds around. Be a 15 or 16-year-old boy. Not sure. You have to appeal to some of these other people.
You have to appeal to some of these other ones. Now there's some beautiful young women on here. I know that for a fact. But
I think they're older than 15.
But I think they're older than 15. Yeah. Matter of fact, one of them's commenting right now. So
suggestion. Grizz said you can put the video on the unlisted, and anybody that wants can send. You can send them a link in an email. Okay, so that might be a.
We could do that.
A way to
monetize it.
Well, I mean, if they, we'd figure out a way they can send through PayPal or whatever if that's something they wanted to do. The video unlisted and send, that's what we're thinking, Grizz. That might be a way for us to do that. Please do a pay video on rabbit processing. We're about to process our first batch of rabbits. Do a whole series. That's a great idea. I have the video. I have the rabbit already. It just needs to be made. We haven't edited it. It's just there.
It's there. We have the clips. We just have not edited it out yet.
So we'll have to do that. They did theirs with an air
rifle when he was a kid in FFA. You can do that. I mean,
that would probably just kind of stun too.
It does. The whole bottom line is my air rifle, I could kill my pigs with my air rifle.
Yeah, Danny's is real strong.
But I don't. I just use a 22 rifle. Matter of fact, we did some for some Mexicans here a while back, and it works perfect.
Okay, have we covered most everything?
I think we've covered just about everything, haven't we?
We didn't go over our videos, but they've watched our videos, so that's not a big deal.
Let's see. On the prayer list, you want to do the prayer list?
Yeah, but I was going to remind before we get off, if you want to put those up, but the Facebook group Deep South Homestead Spring Gathering. Deep South Homestead Spring Gathering. Go check that out. That way, we will know anybody that's wanting to come. That way we would be able to know who might be interested in coming, and that way you can check out anything that is going on with the group. That dirt patch coming, so you guys, if you would like to meet Julianne, y'all sign up there. Well, there's not really a sign up.
No, I mean, if you want to see dirt patch having, just put it this way: if you want to see dirt patch having, just come to our March 11th thing. And there may be other YouTube channels there also. We just haven't given a list out yet. Yeah, we will start from now on adding to it. Shay says she just got out of the hospital for a month. Wow. Please pray for me that I heal quick. We will do that. I will try to add surgery in the next few months. More barns. Oh yeah, definitely. Y'all remember these. We don't only have these requests, y'all. God knows who everybody is. Y'all write these down also, and you pray for them yourself. Let's get everybody praying for this, not just me. Like her mother, Miss Sheila's mother. That's the main one. Nikki Stanley. We will remember her. She's having some more tests and things going on. I know those for sure. And I see that there's some coming up. Yeah, there's some coming up here. People, I mean, there's always needs out there for everybody, guys. So remember one another in prayer, because that prayer does miracles. God is a great physician, and he's the one who can heal all. And after we have our prayer and we get off, I will try to go back into this video and add links like I will try to add to the Facebook group and all that kind of stuff.
Corey, you're okay. We're not blocking you.
We didn't block you. It's just maybe the comment was a little inappropriate.
But it was. I'll add the links if I can. So if you guys won't, I still see others are saying.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to prayer. Keep putting your things up here because where everybody can see them, and the more people you get praying, then the better it'll be, because God loves to be bombarded. Father, we come to you tonight, Lord. We just want to bow humbly before you, and Lord, it's that time of the week again where we approach you, and not for ourselves, Lord, but we approach you for the ones that are on our channel here tonight that has put up requests. We have some that's having surgery, Lord. Some of it's serious, what we call serious surgeries. Of course, any surgery is serious, but you know, we've had some brain surgeries and different ones mentioned here, Lord, and we just pray that all goes well there, Father, that they come out the other end, and some that's had surgery that needs some healing, and Father, we know that healing comes from you. So we ask that you heal them. We've had Miss Sheila called and asked for special prayer for her mother, and Lord, we want to lift her up. And Ms. Nikki called and wanted some special prayer on her behalf, Lord, for healing for her body as she's having tests run. And Ms. Kelly's supposed to be finding out about some test results and stuff like that, Father, that she's made mention of. And Lord, there's just so many. I could just keep going on and on and on, but you're the great physician, and you see all and you know all. Nothing takes you by surprise. And Father, you have orchestrated all these things in everybody's life, Father, to bring them closer to you. And Father, that's one thing we have to understand, that a lot of times things happen in our lives just simply to make us come closer to you. And Father, I pray that that's exactly what will happen tonight, is that through all the things that we face in this life, we'll be drawn closer to you. And Lord, it is my desire to have healing for everyone here tonight, and I would pray that you would meet their needs, give them courage to face the day and to face the things in life, Lord, the uncertainties that come. And Father, give them courage to face the outcome, whatever it is, and to have the strength to be an overcomer, Father, so that they might go on and be able to be a witness and a testimony for you. And Father, it is our desire to edify and to glorify you through everything that we do. I pray that everyone on this channel tonight, that whatever their hands touch, that it may be blessed, Lord. I ask that blessing upon them. I ask the blessing of healing, the blessing of strength, and the blessing of happiness, joy, and peace, the fruits of the Spirit, and obedience upon everyone who fits that category tonight. Now, and Father, we love you and we appreciate you, and thank you so much for allowing us to be able to have a live stream and giving us the opportunity to be a blessing to the people on this channel tonight, Father. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, guys, let's see here.
All right, so
I'm not sure what all went on back through.
I'm not either.
But it's okay.
I can't even read half of what's going on. But anyway, we will see you guys.
Look, guys, we love chatting with y'all as much as we love doing anything else. I mean, our live streams is just as much a part of our life as it is with y'all. And we look forward to Saturday nights so we can do this with y'all, because, guys, y'all are our new family. And we enjoy you. And I wanted to tell y'all that. I wanted you to understand that and know that you're very, very special to me and Wanda. And it is our desire to be a blessing back to y'all also. So y'all have a great night.
I had to figure out how to shut it down, because I really don't know where we're at to shut it down. Y'all, we may be on here for a while, because I'm really not
I'll show you how to go out if you have to. Just hit that right there. There you go.
All right.
But guys, we love y'all, and just have a great afternoon. You can hit it, because it's going to keep right on showing for a little while.
Yeah. All right. Where do I go to get?
Oh, there you go, right there. You know, and we enjoy y'all. That's what I want to say. Y'all are as much an enjoyment for us as anything else in our life. I mean, you know, that's a blessing for us to be able to have a YouTube community. This blessing, and it's not something that we take lightly. Let's see there. Go to.
It says resume, and
yeah, but you have to stop it. I'm pretty sure. No, we don't want to resume it. Hang on, there's stuff popping up all over our screen from different people.
We have stuff everywhere, and this is just not what we want. This one.
There you go.
Let's see if it's this one.
Maybe now.
We have no clue. We may be on all night.
We may not be able to get off here tonight, guys. That might be a weird thing, wouldn't it?
Not sure where the control room is. We went to so many different ones a while ago. So.
Oh, that's funny.
We can't get off.
We get on. We can't get off. Yeah.
That's the biggest deal. I'm not sure where we're going and where we're at.
There you go. Just kill the whole thing, I suppose.
We'll talk to you guys later. Hit it with a stick. Worst case scenario, shut the whole computer down. That's about it, guys. See you later.
That's on. Still right here, still on.
That's probably what we need right there.
Stop the broadcast.
Okay.
There we go. Yes.
Y'all, we'll see you later.